Yesterday, I was in my philosophy class, and then my professor, we were talking about philosophy, right? And then he said, I don't remember the subject in specific, but he said, it is immoral to build wealth. And I was seated, I was like, what? What'd you say? And I tried to argue, but he didn't let me. So is building wealth immoral? Are the people that have money immoral? I don't think so. And I'm gonna explain why. You have, money has three purposes. You have money for three things, basically. First thing, safety. If you have money, you can move. Let's say you live in a dangerous place. If you have money, you can move to a place that is safer. If you have money, you can buy a car that has nice airbags or nice safety tools, you know? So money gives you safety. Is it immoral to be safe? I don't think so. Or money also serves for you to get to your dreams. For example, my mom, she loves Disney. My mom loves Disney. She loves all the movies, all the Disney movies. And she had a childhood dream to go to Disney. Now imagine a person, I didn't say, but I'm from Brazil, so I'm international, guys. Imagine a woman in Brazil and the favelas. Favelas are the poorest place in Brazil. Imagine a girl in a poor place in Brazil dreaming to go to Disney. Most probably she was not going to go there. But thanks to my father's hard work and money, we were able to go to Disney in 2014. Her smile when we were in Disney, it was, something of another year, you know? It's just very... and the third purpose of money is to help others. So if you have money, then you can have a non-profit. You can have a non-profit, you can help people that are not in a good condition to help themselves. So then if you have your money, if you have your financial situation secure, then you can help others. And that's also fantastic. Is fulfilling your dreams, is helping others immoral? And you can do all of that. Now that we know the reality for most Americans, now that we know what money is for, why do we want money? What's the reality for millionaires? Who are millionaires? What do they do? First of all, I've heard a lot people say, oh, but millionaires are only people that are sons of rich people. So we're sons of millionaires. That's not true, because 88% of millionaires are self-made. So 88% of millionaires they got rich because of them, because of their hard work. Also, almost 70% of millionaires didn't average a six-figure salary. And for me, this is fantastic, because you don't need to have a tremendous amount of money to invest, right? So 70% of millionaires didn't even average 100K. That's nice. And 1/3 of them never had $100,000 a year. So you don't need to be crazy. You don't need a crazy salary to be a millionaire. And there's this study in 2012 that they did, and they were following people that had a very low salary and people that had a very high salary. And they saw that if you have more money, you grow happier with your money, up to $75,000. So what they're saying is, if your salary is $45,000 and now it's $55,000, then you grow happier as well in the same proportion. That's what they were saying. But this is an old study, because a study that they made in 2020 says that it not only grows until $75,000, but it grows beyond that. So if you're making $75,000 a year, or if you're making $150,000 a year, then you're gonna grow happier proportionally. Do you guys wanna be happy? Because I wanna be so happy that I'm giving my happiness to others. This is how happy I wanna be. I think the whole point of my presentation is this: start investing. And I'm gonna show you with numbers why you shouldn't start investing today. Let's say we have two people, John and Chris. Okay, two names there. Let's say Chris, when he was 20, he said, you know what? I'm gonna work and I'm gonna invest $2,000 a year. That's what I'm gonna do. And then he did. He invested $2,000 a year for 10 years. So he invested from age 20 to age 30. Now, when he got 30, when he turned 30, he said, okay, I'm not gonna invest anymore. I'm gonna do other things. And he just let his money be there, getting more interest, right? Now, John, on the other hand, when he was 20, he said, you know what? I'm not gonna invest. I'm gonna spend all of my money. I wanna buy the fancy car. I wanna buy things for me, you know? I'm gonna spend all my money. I don't care about this. So he didn't invest. But when he reached 30, he said, okay, now is the time to invest. Now I'm going to invest. And then he started to invest the same $2,000 a year, and from 30 to age 65. Now, if we compare both Chris and John from 30 to 65, we know that Chris invested $20,000 because he only invested for 10 years. John invested $70,000 because he invested 35 years. And in the end, we have that John accumulated $650,000, whereas Chris accumulated $1 million. When I saw this for the first time, I think it was just like 5 minutes, just looking at a blank space, you know, and just thinking about it. I was like, oh my gosh, so I don't need to invest a ton, I don't need to invest tons and tons of money. I need time, and we have time, right? We have time. So use your vast assets. And by the way, I did this calculation with an interest of 10% a year, which you can get in a S&P 500, which is the market. So it's the simplest investment that you can make. So everyone can do the 10%. And this is the graph. So yellow is Chris, green is John, red is the total amount that John invested, and white is the total amount that Chris invested. So just by starting earlier, just by starting today, you can get almost a double if you start, let's say, 10 years from now. That's why I say invest today. I hope I have did my best. I hope I have emphasized enough for you guys to start investing today. And let's say you guys are like, okay, I want to invest today. Okay, you got me. I want to invest today. How can I invest? Tell me. The first step you need to invest is to open a brokerage account. That's it. That's your first step. There are lots of brokerage accounts like Fidelity, Vanguard, Charles Schwab. There are lots, but the one I use is Robinhood. That's the one that I use. But nothing that I like about it or dislike about it. I just started using, so you guys can use it. And that's after you open your brokerage account, you would now you can think about investment strategy. And I like to think about my investments in 4 different categories, right? So that's cash, real estate, international, and stocks. So cash is king. Cash is the money, is the investment that is gonna be safe, just not to lose to inflation. That's gonna be it. That's my cash. Normally, you could invest in bonds. So US has, you can buy US bonds, you can buy corporate bonds. Real estate. I think I heard one time people saying, buy more land because God's not gonna make more of them. So, buy land, right? Real estate. International investments. Let's say you invest in stocks and real estate in cash, and you're doing very, very good, and you're a millionaire actually. But when you see you're in Venezuela and your money has no value at all. So that's why you need to invest not only in the country that you were born, but in other countries, right? So maybe here for you guys, your country is US and your international is maybe Mexico, or it's maybe Europe. And the last one, stocks. That's the most profitable thing that you have on businesses. Now how do you invest on businesses? Buying shares of them, buying stocks. So that's why I call this strategy Chris. Cash, real estate, international, and stock. And then this, that's how your portfolio would look like. 25% cash, 25% stocks, 25% international investments, and 25% real estate. I hope you all start investing today. Thank you so much.